Hello and welcome to the second episode of LA1 TV's brand new show, Bake Me Out. This week we have Chris and Charlotte baking scones. They will be up against each other to see who can get the best scone. So Chris, what will you be baking this week?
I'm going to go with the traditional fruit scone but with a hint of saffron.
Tradition. What will you be baking this week, Charlotte?
I'm going for something a little bit different. I'm going for a savoury scone. Scone.
No, it's scones.
It is definitely scone.
You're turning everyone against
I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm having chorizo, parmesan and caramelised onion scone.
Nice savoury. Well, this week we have two guests in, who will be judging our scones. We have Rachel Harvey, VP for Media Communications, and we also have Richard Clark, who's VP for Academics. So I will hand back over to the bakers. So get baking.
Okay, to start with, for my scone recipe, it's nice and simple. Just mix the butter and the flour and baking powder. The baking powder and flour are already mixed together. Then just mix them in together, and then I'm just going to rub it together with my fingers to sort of make it like a breadcrumb mix.
Can I ask what this is?
That's my sultanas. The hint of saffron in these scones is from the sultanas are soaked in water with the saffron in the water, and that gives them a hint of saffron in them, but also if they're nice and moist, they won't dry out and go horrible and crispy in the oven.
How long do they need to sit and like marinate in there?
At least 5 minutes.
Oh, so only 5, not too long and not overnight or anything?
No, no, no.
Perfect. So Charlotte, how are you doing over here?
I've just put the flour and salt into a bowl and then I'm just going to rub the butter in.
Ah.
So, yeah.
What's your, you're just going to mix that all together?
Yeah, I'm just going to make these into sort of fine breadcrumbs first, and then I'll add the milk and the rest of the ingredients.
Ah, cool, cool, cool. How long do you reckon this will take before you start putting them in the oven?
Probably about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Guests over there, do you enjoy baking or?
I bake every now and then. Like occasionally, I just go, I'm going to bake a cake, but I'm all right at it when I make a good one, particularly good. But then it sort of works out when 1 in 3 is good. So.
I'm much more 0 in 3. I've never been much of a baker. My sister has always been the baker of the family, should we say? But I've got quite a big interest in main meal cooking.
Yeah, so. I'm more of a cook. Yeah, more
definitely.
of a chef.
Yeah, none of this baking stuff.
Hardcore, big savoury, hardcore savoury.
Yeah, definitely.
Will that sway you over to Charlotte's?
Well, potentially, but I've got a sweet tooth.
Oh,
I don't like baking, but I like eating.
Oh,
we'll see.
What's your favourite thing to bake, Rachel?
I like baking chocolate fudge cake. But I think that's because it's my favourite thing to eat. Like every time I make a cake, I'm like, I've got chocolate powder here. Why not make it a chocolate cake?
With a bit of vanilla ice cream on the outside, warm it up a bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's your favourite thing to cook?
Well, I have, in my opinion, I've got 3 specialities. They're the only things that I can really cook. But I've got 3 of them that I do really well.
Right.
The first one is I do a really nice beef stroganoff.
Oh,
I know.
That's my
It's really lovely.
I think we have to have a competition between you
and me.
I know
we have a cooking beef strog competition.
Yeah, and then my other one is I do a really nice pork steak with a stuffing crust. Exactly.
You said you had 3 specialities. Those.
The third one,
right?
The third one, and I mean this with all seriousness, I make a cracking beans on toast. No one can rival my beans on toast.
Simple but effective.
No cheese.
No, you have to like mix. You have to like cook the beans, put the cheese in, then put a bit of Worcester sauce in, mix it all together, whack it on the toast.
Paprika as well.
Just wait.
Well,
we'll get you in 1 week to make beans on toast. Beans on toast special.
Episode.
That'd be absolutely fine. So guys, how are we getting on?
I've mixed in the butter to the flour and baking powder. I'm now just going to pour in the sugar.
Okay.
Mix that in a bit.
Caster sugar?
Yes, just
right.
caster sugar there.
Okay.
Mix that in a bit, and then the next thing for me to do is to drain the sultanas and then add them to the mix.
The saffron glazed sultanas.
Yep.
Will you just throw the
Yeah, I don't need the water.
Oh, is it literally just water?
It's literally just water with a few bits of saffron in it.
Okie dokie. How's yours going?
I've just added the milk to my...
Is this the scone, the base?
Yeah, this is the core. The core.
Yeah, well, yeah, so you say scone, don't you?
Scone, yeah.
I'm
I accidentally
scone.
said scone.
What are you,
That's 'cause they were
Chris?
saying
It's
scone.
scone.
What are you guys?
I'm a scone.
Scone.
Good. I'm afraid you two are now
3-2.
outvoted and should be saying
Well,
scone for the rest of the episode.
You're not gonna change me. I can't say it. It's scone.
Oh dear.
So you mix. What are you putting in there?
Paprika, but I can't get my spoon.
Can't you?
Use the other end of the spoon, like as a little...
Little pro here. We have got a little baker on the end here.
So how did you come up with the recipe for your savoury scone?
I made it myself.
Really?
Again.
Yeah.
See, last week we also
used
had
an
something
original.
similar. You like made your own recipe. Didn't have it here, but Chris here has got recipes from elsewhere,
Partly
and he has
because
the instructions.
I am the most forgetful man on the planet,
But
which is a bit
this
unfortunate.
cheating?
No, I don't think it is. It's not like I've like
No.
just got them out of a packet.
Now I do have to say last week's cakes were amazing, and it was a very difficult decision, but Charlotte did come out on top. So get bacon. Come on.
I'm just adding a few
Bit of
chili.
pressure this week. Just try and catch you
So
up.
Rachel, as a VP in comms, there's been some changes, hasn't there, recently in the FTO structure?
Yeah.
How's that all worked out for you?
Oh, for the role of media and comms, it's now going to be called Communications and Campaigns,
Right.
just to sort of emphasise that I do work on campaigns, and also I'll be working with elections, so more the publicising it rather than the counting of votes and things like that. Media will still be involved in it because it comes under the communications part of it.
Yeah.
Most other unions just have a communications officer or communications and democracy. We didn't want to call it democracy because it sounds a bit too much like I'll be sat counting votes and things like that. But the role of scan editor has been taken out of my role and put into a role similar to the station manager of LA1 TV and Bailrigg FM, so it will be elected by the membership.
So it's more even now.
A lot more even now, definitely, yeah. It also gives the paper a bit more freedom to write slightly more critical stories on issues that maybe I couldn't write about because I might upset my colleagues. Like Richard, for example, might write something about him, he might get a bit upset about it, whereas if...
I might write that my beans on toast isn't the best beans on toast in the world.
It's not good, it's not great.
Do you feel is it working?
I think it hasn't come into place yet, but I think it will be a much more positive move. Like we're sort of trying out in Scan a bit at the moment, and it does seem to be working a lot better. I've also started taking on a lot more campaigns-based roles, working with Richard and Rosalia and Libby Martin, the election, the democracy officer, working on campaigns, and it does seem to be working quite well because it gives you more of a broader role, like rather than just working with media, which I do love. I get to also work with campaigns, which I love as well.
Yeah, I really appreciate that as well because
Has your role changed?
my role's changed slightly. I think, if anything, that my role has been changed from Vice President Academic to Vice President Education.
Yeah.
But it's also got an employability sort of remit added into it.
Yeah.
Because currently, all students seem to be worried about their employability after university, and that's part of the reason why they come here, to get a job or to get better chances of getting a job after uni. And we didn't have any of the full-time officers involved in trying to help with that.
Yeah.
So that's been added, which I think is a great bonus. It's something that I've been trying to do already in my role this year, even though it's not technically a part of it. So that's been a big bonus. But I think the bigger bonus for me, or particularly for the role of Vice President Education next year, is the fact that media and communications is now much more based around campaigns, because you can't really run a campaign on your own. And of course, you've got student officers who can do things, but I think having that extra person in LUSU as a full-time officer who can then help you, design posters and make sure that all of the communication side of it is kind of covered, means that you get a lot more done and it's much more effective.
So this all comes into place next academic year?
Yes.
It'll come into place from July, yeah.
July. Oh, fantastic. Right, I'm going to pop over to the bakers and see how they get going again.
Well, I've finished making my dough, and I'm just starting to
what's this
cut
little
them out.
contraption?
It's just a pastry cutter.
Right, and these are your scones.
These are my scones. Yep, they will.
Scone, yeah. How are you getting on?
I've been a bit of an idiot.
Why?
I did things the wrong way round.
Oh, what have you done?
I forgot. I put
Such
them.
a shame.
I put.
You were meant to mix that in earlier.
I was meant to mix that in earlier before I put the milk.
Well, it's fine. We'll just get a big clump of
Yeah, it's alright. I can rectify it, but it's made it harder for me.
So is this what is this kneading? Is this called kneading?
It's baking on a need to know basis.
Yeah. little puns here.
The sooner you sort of get some better catchphrases, Charlotte, the better.
So once you've cut all these out, will these literally be in the oven?
Well, I need to just brush them with egg yolk to glaze them.
Right.
And then other than that...
Why do they need to glaze so they just...
It just sort of
crisp out?
browns up the outside a bit.
Oh, perfect.
Basically.
And are you also... Oh, that smells nice. Are you also going to use one of those little...
No,
what's that called?
I'm going...
Pastry cutter.
No, I'm not using one of those. I'm just doing them hardcore.
I'm just going to... Yeah.
Just like...
Shake.
I've done Rachel's here because
oh, that's fantastic.
Rachel's you're allergic to tomatoes.
Yeah.
And we already might be in the chorizo, so
okay.
I've just done...
Just onion?
Yeah, well, parmesan and onion.
Parmesan and onion.
Yeah.
And this will be all yours. So how long will yours be taking in the oven?
About
Average.
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, not too long.
How long will yours take?
The recipe says 15, but it sort of varies between 10 and 20 depending on the oven.
Well,
So,
as we learnt last week,
probably about 20 for us.
Chris blamed the oven because apparently the back burnt the cakes, but no. So,
Am I right in thinking that like if you make a savoury scone, you can also use that as a pizza base? Not a savoury,
I
sorry.
assume so.
No,
It's pretty much the same
diff-
ingredients.
The difference is in yours, you've put sugar in, whereas Charlotte's put salt in. And I seem to remember in high school being told that you can use it as a pizza base.
You can do, there's a lot of butter in it. A lot more than, if I make pizza base, I
I don't
do
use
175 grams of flour. I use olive oil rather than butter to provide a bit of, olive oil, water, salt and yeast. So you can use butter instead of oil, but it does end up very buttery, but you could use it.
so you can technically use that as a pizza base.
Well, not now that she's put all that sort of stuff in.
Oh,
but
why
you could,
not? You could do.
You can flatten it
Be an
out.
alternative pizza
You
base.
put chorizo and onions on pizza.
Well,
Flatten it out. Whack a bit of mozzarella on. Is it mozzarella they put in?
mozzarella and tomato.
Yeah, tomato.
These are my 3 favourite things in a scone.
I'm going to
Oh
come
wait,
in
I've never
there.
had a savoury scone before. Have you guys had savoury scones before?
No, I've never tried them before. It does look like a really interesting recipe.
Can I?
Have a need?
Do you want to cut one of these out for me, Richard?
Go on then.
As you can.
It seems like we've got...
You just sort of
well,
roll it
basically
out, press it
you're
down
just
until it's
doing that,
about 3
pressing, rolling out.
centimetres.
Right.
Just get a little bit of flour
Yeah.
and then just knead it in with
Like
that palm of your
Uh-huh.
hand.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then what do I do?
Just flip it over and just.
Oh,
do
just keep
that.
going like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. And then just turn it round on its sides.
Like
and
that.
Yeah. Get it all in
Am I
there.
doing it right?
There
Yeah.
we go.
Perfect.
It seems like we've got 2 very different styles of baking here. We've got the perfectionist, who's got all the, the cutting devices, all the weighing things, and then we've got the more,
Yeah.
you know,
Rustic.
Rustic, raw,
traditional
savoury.
baker
Right,
who
you can
just
ruin
uses
it.
the hands.
Okay, I'm now just brushing the tops and sides of my scones with
you have a
beaten
go
egg
at
yolk.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And this will just sort of brown them up on the top. And then they'll be ready to go in the oven.
So what would happen if you didn't put that on? Would they just collapse?
You
Or?
know how the outside of a scone is sort of
Very
glazed?
And the inside's all
Brown.
soft?
Yeah, it would end
Yeah,
up really
well, I've
crumbly
made
on the
them once
outside.
before.
Right.
I'm more of like a savoury fan rather than having like a sweet tooth, I'd say.
Does that come, you think, from your family? Have the rest of your family rather savoury people, or is it just come out of nowhere?
Just come out of nowhere, I suppose. I prefer, like, as a snack, to have crisps and chocolate.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
That's my thing.
So are we gonna, when these cooked, are we gonna put some butter on them? Is that the best thing to go, or can you have them on their own?
I've
Or
got a nice slab of lip.
a bit of lurpat.
Bit of lip. Oh,
But can you eat them on their own, or are they a bit dry if you don't?
No, they should be moist inside. But I'd say a little bit of butter will just give it a little bit extra. A little bit extra. Nauseous.
So quite a lot of kneading involved in this one.
Yeah, I think because I've messed up really.
Have you got to glaze them as well?
Yeah. Yeah, get nice.
And
You got enough there, haven't you?
That's mine
you're done?
Yep.
You're going in the oven,
I'm going to go and put mine in the oven
right?
now, yep.
No pressure, but it's a bit ahead of time.
It's not a race. It's not a race.
It's the quality that counts.
Guys, which one do you think's looking best at the moment?
Well,
From your hands-on experience.
based solely on how they look, Chris's, as it seems like they always will be, look very, very nice.
Yeah.
However,
These smell fab.
yes, yeah, they did. Look is not everything. Obviously, taste is the majority of what we'll be judging on.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to when they all come out the oven, really.
What do you think you're swaying to, Rachel?
I've never had a savoury scone.
I haven't.
I'm more used to sweet scones, but at the same time, I will always pick savoury food over sweet food. Like, I will always pick a starter over a pudding at a restaurant.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So
So I can't tell at the
do you
moment.
want the glaze? Yeah. Where's he gone?
Oh,
with the glaze?
has he gone off with the glaze? Outrageous.
Have you got rid of the glaze, Chris?
I'm just putting another egg in it.
Oh,
Fresh.
that's nice of him, isn't it? There we go. Almost done.
2 more.
Yeah, I'll make a couple of big ones.
So have you put what have you put in here?
I put
Paprika?
a teaspoon of paprika,
Yeah.
pepper, salt, and just a few chilli flakes. Just
chilli
to give
flakes.
it a kick. Just
Got to have a bit of kick, haven't we?
give it a bit of kick.
Oh, these a lot of parmesan as well. So you're taking 10 minutes, did you say?
Yeah, about 10
Oven
minutes, 8 to 10
to rise,
minutes.
and then when they come out, are they literally ready to go, ready to eat?
Yeah, you want them
You
hot.
just cut,
out
yeah,
of
hot,
the
cut them
oven.
in half.
Yeah,
Back a
definitely.
bit there, back
There
on.
you go, there's your glaze.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
So how long have you both been in baking for? Has it been a hobby for a long time, or is it?
I think I really started when I first came to uni, so for me, about 5 years now. Because I had a flatmate, there's 2 flatmates I lived with who were into baking. One of them came to university and in Freshers Week messed up making an omelette, but by his 3rd year was doing soufflés and things like that. So he improved a lot, and there was another one who was just very good at baking. So between the 3 of us, there was always sort of cakes in the kitchen and things like that, really.
Very nice. What about yourself, Charlotte? How long have you been baking for?
I've always done it on and off, but I'm getting more into it in the past couple of years, I'd say. Yeah.
Are your family big bakers? Your family big bakers? Just you?
No, just me. Just me. My dad's a big cook, but yeah, as for baking, I think I'm starting
Some
out.
different size ones.
Yeah,
Obviously,
well, I'm
these
really
are-
sorry, Rachel, but yours is a diddy one that I started out with.
One thing with with both of our recipes is it says you need 1 egg yolk to glaze them, but because there's quite a lot of crew here today, I've cut mine a lot smaller so that we can hopefully feed all of them. And of course, if you've got more, if you've got lots of smaller ones, you've got more edges that you need. So it sometimes does take 2 egg yolks to glaze them,
Okay.
which is why I had to go and top it up for Charlotte.
So the smaller the scone, the more yolk you need.
Yes. Bigger surface area to volume ratio.
Yeah,
something
of
like
course. Never thought about it.
that. Someone who does maths could probably explain.
Fantastic.
Almost.
Are they nearly ready to go in the oven now then, Charlotte?
Just a bit of perfectionist on the last few. Fantastic.
Looking good.
Is it? I thought they would take a lot longer. I'm quite surprised by how quick you just whack it together. knead it
Scones
together.
are very easy,
Yeah.
very easy, very basic bake to do.
Would even I be able to do them, do you think?
Yes.
Just about.
Yes. Yeah, and
Fantastic.
if you used a pastry cutter, you wouldn't end up with the problem you had with the cupcakes last week, where they're all different sizes.
Well, we didn't have pastry cutter then. I was just putting it in with a teaspoon,
Right.
and they look nice.
Whoa.
They're in the
Don't
oven
drop them there,
for-
Charlotte.
Is that 10 minutes as well, Charlotte?
Yeah, 10 minutes on the clock.
You looking forward to these scones then?
Definitely, yes. It's exactly what you need on a lovely afternoon.
I'm excited. I'm excited to try a savoury scone.
Have you ever tried a savoury
I'm
scone?
excited.
I've never tried a
Have
savoury
you ever
scone.
tried a savoury
No,
scone?
we'll just talk about it.
I think I've tried
Savoury
ones with
scone.
cheese, but I've never tried anything with onions or kits or anything like that. So it should be very interesting.
And obviously they're all going to
Concoction.
tidy up all
Yeah.
their stuff again. You seem to have made more mess this week. Last week you made loads of
Yes.
mess.
Last week my table looked like a bomb had gone off by the end of it, but I've managed to sort of keep it tidy this time, which is a rare thing when I'm baking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, my scones have just come out of the oven now, so I'm just going to slide a palette knife under them to get them off the tray, and then put them on a cooling rack for a bit. The good thing about scone recipes is once they're out of the oven, unlike last week's cupcakes or anything, you don't actually need to do anything to them. Just let them cool down enough to cut, and then put whatever you like on them. You putting butter on yours, Charlotte?
Yes.
You come over here to try and sabotage mine?
Yes.
Thought so.
They look wonderful.
Thank you.
Whoops. I won't.
There we go. And that's all of these out. As you can see, they do rise quite a lot. So even if you only use quite a small pastry cutter to cut them out, you can end up with quite big scones. from this. So yours nearly ready to come out the oven, or do yours take a little bit longer?
Give it a couple more minutes for mine. Would you like me to get you a plate?
Oh, go on then, thank you.
We need some plates, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, this recipe only takes about 15 minutes in the oven, so it's a nice and quick one to do as well. And then I'm going to be putting jam and cream on these. There's two ways of doing it. You've got Devonshire way, which is putting the cream on, then the jam, or Cornish, which is butter, then jam, then cream. Have you guys got any preference?
I think it's butter.
Jam, cream, or cream jam?
Butter, cream, jam.
I would go.
Which is not either, is it?
No.
You put butter
I'd go
on it?
cream jam. I'd go Devonshire.
Okay.
Cream jam.
Cream jam.
Yeah, cream jam,
Cream
or
jam.
if you've got butter, you can put butter,
Yeah.
butter on it as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd go for cream and jam.
cream jam.
Cream,
I'll do
then
that.
jam, then cream.
What's your preference, Rachel?
Hilarious.
I have absolutely
It's
no
on music.
preference because I didn't know there was different ways of doing it.
It's definitely cream then jam. You can't put the jam on then the cream.
No,
Because it doesn't
well,
Cream
I
has to
tend to
like
put-
melt a little bit.
Because I don't always use clotted cream, especially if you're using double cream, you have to put the jam on first because it's really hard to spread jam on top of like
Well, you
double
just
cream.
like-
It's not as thick.
Well, true.
Just dollop it on.
Yeah, dollops a
Just
good word.
stare
Yeah,
at it and hope
dollop,
it
dollop.
I don't think dollop's a word you should be using when you're having scones. It's a bit more highbrow.
What word
You
do
can say it
use
with my
then,
rustic
Richard?
ones.
Smear. Definitely smear.
Smear.
Just smear.
Classy.
I'd go with smear.
Dollop.
Spread.
Spread. I think dollop wins though. Dollop. Dollop of jam.
I want a bit of dollop of jam and a dollop of
Oh,
clotted
dear.
cream.
How long are yours going to be, Charlotte?
A couple of minutes, so I'll let you go for these ones first.
Do you want to whack them on plates and we can
Yeah, I'll bring some over. One.
even start tasting maybe?
I always think scones look
Well,
really
no, I
hard.
think the
Too
savoury
hot
should
to
come
handle.
first.
Too hot to handle.
They look like they'd be good to throw.
Yeah. Put
We won't.
them in
All
hot.
scones, not
Put
these,
some
all
jam cream
scones.
on.
All scones
This-
look pretty solid, like they'd make a good throw-in object.
Right, okay.
Got some
Well,
help.
there's 5 for us.
Oh, do you not need any more?
There you go.
Let,
There you go.
that one's like
They do look
3 in 1.
Well, that's the
Start
one
the
that
judging.
this one here is the one that I didn't. I didn't cut using a pastry cutter because it was all that was left.
Okay.
And as you can see, they're sort of not
Oh, I can see all
soggy
the,
inside, and when you press it lightly, it does sort of come back again. It doesn't sort of just stay dented. See, it rises up a bit. You can tell if they're undercooked if you just take one out of the oven, and if you skewer them and you're still not sure, you can take one, break it in half, and then if you press it, it'll just stay really deeply indented. Or it'll be soggy in the middle, and then you really know it's not done.
Charlotte's a lot more rustic looking scones.
Yeah.
By
These
rustic,
are a
we
lot
mean-
more
Homemade.
homemade.
Yeah.
See, these could have been bought from a shop,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
but
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're better.
they might also have been as well, so.
There's a couple of knives for us.
Thank you.
Should we start
Should
cutting?
we let them cool down? Get the other ones there.
You are supposed to let them cool, but you
Okay.
can do it.
Let them
Give it a
cool.
couple more
You
minutes.
can do it whilst they're still a little bit warm. Whilst we wait for Charlotte. It makes it a little bit easier to spread the butter if they're a little bit warm.
Well, all the scones are out of the oven. So
Would it be
these.
right to go for the savoury before the stew?
I
Just
think,
thinking
yeah,
that.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah.
You need right. Cut these in half.
Should we
Yep.
Go for
savoury knife for yourself, and I'll do the
Okay.
start cutting these up a bit.
I'm hoping they're not doughy in
My
them.
special little scone.
Ooh, they're
Can we use
quite.
that
They're very
knife?
what?
Yeah,
Am I
it'll
cutting
be
them right in half?
Yeah.
Well,
Would
there's
you
one each.
try?
I
Do you
just
wanna
use
do
it as
it?
I just break it.
You're the pro.
Okay, go on then. You need a proper knife.
Is that a
God.
hint for the producer for next time to
Yeah.
get a better
Okay.
kitchen?
Whack a bit of word pack on it.
Pack. Oh, God, I'm gonna look. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. This is just
No pack's
terrible.
escape station there. Oh, they smell beautiful.
How are you doing there with your slicing, Richard?
I'm failing a little bit. Making a bit of a mess.
Bit crumbly.
Yeah,
cut one
but
and
it's
break
nice.
it
It's
off.
gone especially a bit
Okay,
crumbled.
guys. I'm gonna break some off this one. Do you want some
brilliant.
butter for that? That one.
Please.
Okay.
So
Let's go for
sophisticated.
it. Would you like a bit of this one, Chris?
Well, I've
It's
got one
It's
here.
got butter on it.
I'll just put some butter
Oh, I
on
don't
this
know
one.
where to take it. Okay.
This one fell
Come
apart
back
a
to
little
those
bit.
later.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a go at this one, I think.
Oh wow.
I'm just gonna take all of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Go wild.
It looks gorgeous. Now, what we haven't really decided what we're judging in here. I think I'm going to go on smell, taste, texture, all those things.
Well,
So we'll see.
look at it. They both look nice.
They do. They both smell gorgeous as well.
This is really nice.
Mm.
I feel the tricks open out.
Mm.
What are you guys thinking?
It's really nice, really fluffy.
For a first savoury scone, it's probably the best. Probably the best
It's the
one.
best savoury scone we've ever had.
Okay, that's really good.
I might just.
I'm going to go on to Chris's sweet traditional scones.
Just a hint of saffron.
Yeah, with it. Yeah, a hint of saffron.
So you're going cream then, Jen?
I'm going to save some.
Yeah, well, I don't know what people want me to do. I'm just going to whack a bit of cream on. And then
I'll have to come back to that.
whack a bit of jam on. Well, we could put the layer pack on as well if you really want. Okay. Okay.
That's a tiny bit of
I
jam.
only like a tiny bit of jam. Can't take
That's
away
the
from
preference.
the- Yeah,
Each
they're right.
their own.
Okay.
I'm going to go for this half here.
See, I'm worried that the jam and the cream is a distraction from the actual scone.
Maybe have a bit without potentially then.
That is
Might
nice.
go half and half.
Okay, I'm tasted
You're
out.
struggling with that cream there. You seem to be walking it across the table.
Yeah. Bringing it closer to me.
I think you should try a little bit without first.
There's enough scones for all.
It's a whole thing, so you could have half with jam and cream and half without.
Exactly. I'm planning on having them
Rachel,
all.
have
Don't
some.
worry.
Have some money for it, I think. Ripped off. Have you tasted some? They are good. I think they are both cooked to perfection. I do have to say they are like, they're not overcooked, they're not undercooked.
But yeah, I mean, the savoury one which I've already tried
Need a
was
nice
just
cup of tea right now.
brilliant.
Another pot of tea.
Can we get all of that?
Well, let's give it a go, Chris.
They're wonderful.
Tough call.
Gone for half and half.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're ready to vote?
I think I need another couple of bites of each. Almost there. They're both very, very well made.
Chris,
Oh,
what do you think
thanks.
of your opposition?
Very good. I think I've only ever had savoury scones with just cheese in, so it's nice to see something different in them.
What I do. Right,
Okay.
It's
fine.
hard.
I'll cut this up for you.
It's very hard. They're both
Right.
gorgeous.
Guys, decision time. Rachel, what are you voting for?
I'm going to have to go for the sweet one.
Okay.
Chris's.
Richard, what is your vote with?
I am going to go with the savoury, I think.
Oh no! That means I have to decide again.
The savoury is
I
very
am sorry,
good.
the savoury
Okay.
was just
Well,
really,
I
really
did
well
actually
made.
decide that savoury is really nice, but the traditional scone is amazing. So, well done, Chris.
Well
Thank you
done.
very much.
They're both brilliant.
So that's 1-1 now.
Wanna bring on next week.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us today. We will be having another bake show, which we're hopefully doing cheesecake. So join us then. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.